Let's get ready to rumble!
Barkley, 24, yes! Charles Barkley.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
22.5, Book on the crossover, gets inside and hammers it down. Suns, Booker for the win. Yeah!
Richardson up ahead, look out. Oh, he's got him up. Booker, this is for the win.
Welcome to the Valley Podcast. Sorry for the abrupt finish, but it was just one of those games. Let's just cut right to the chase. The Suns were tired tonight. The Suns were dead tired after an OT drubbing that they put on a team just last night. And I was wrong. Salty was right. I was wrong. Coach was right. It was an L. It was destined to be an L. Salty, I think you and me are both on the same page. We're not too upset about this loss. It's kind of something to be expected. I would like to point out before I hand it over to you that the Portland Trailblazers beat the shiz out of the Cavs. Almost identical scores. We'll pull that up later. But they got beaten down just as bad as we did because we beat each other up. This game just reminded me of like a fighter who's taking a fight like 2-3 days after he just had a fight. Like we didn't have anything left and we shouldn't have been fighting so soon. Salty, what'd you think?
Well, I told you so. You know what I'm saying? I got to get that in. I called this weeks ago, man. We were going through the schedule and I saw this and it was just like a big red flag, East Coast trip. Back to back, you go into overtime with the shitty Cavs team. They take you to the ropes until the overtime. Then you knock the bricks off of them. It's just, and then the Hawks are playing good right now, man. I think they're trying to go for, what is it, the 4th seed maybe? They're in the 5th seed. I'm going to have to pull up the standings, but they're no slouches.
No,
okay?
They don't look like it.
I think we got lucky a little bit last time. When we played them. I'm not sure who was in and who wasn't, but they're a good team, man. Honestly, Trae Young's playing more controlled. He's not jacking up 40-foot threes every 5 seconds, Their little alley-oop game is ridiculous. I kind of question
nutty.
I kind of question why we can't do that with Ayton. I mean, it's almost unstoppable, So you look at them, they're tied in the win column with the New York Knicks. We know how good they've been playing, so they might get that 4th spot. So realistically, they're like the 4th best team, if not the 5th best team in the East. So they're no slouches. They're playing at home. Their record at home was really good. I think they're on a win streak. So you add that up all together, and it just equals a loss. Now, am I salty about it? No, I'm not, because you can't expect to win every game in the NBA. And that's the problem, because we're going for that number 1 seed and we have razor thin margins against the Utah Jazz because they have a pretty easy schedule and they're knocking the bricks off the Spurs right now.
Again,
92-56 in the third, 250 left, man. Ridiculous. I'm telling you, the Spurs are folding up. They're ready to go on their vacations to the islands, the Bahamas.
So
their plane tickets booked. Adam Silver called Popovich. He's like, "Hey, we really want the Pelicans in there for Zion. You guys think you could just mail this shit in?"
Yeah, we'll go ahead and make sure that the ping pong balls are friendly to you. If you could just go ahead and let Zion in, and
You want that number 1 pick? No problem.
No
we'll
problem.
Give you
We can work
we'll
that
give you
out.
a Duncan.
We can work
you know.
that out. Yeah. It'll be good for both of us. I don't know, man.
So anyway.
It's just our way of thinking, man, to think so conspiratorially about the NBA and the Spurs in general.
But anyway, that I could get upset on the fact that we're more than likely not going to get that number 1 seed, but honestly, not really worried about it. As long as they stay in the top 2, I'm okay. Which I think they will if they keep winning. And we went through the standings, right, Gabe, and kind of drew out what was going to happen, and we're going to see if they're going to get a certain amount of wins before they get 20 losses.
Right.
Let's see where they're at right now. Eastern Conference, we got the Phoenix Suns at 47 and 19. So we were saying, are they going to hit 50 wins, which they are, obviously, right?
Weren't
we talking about the losses at a certain point, like 20 losses or something like that?
Yeah, Tim called it a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
He just said that we weren't. He said that he didn't think we were going to lose more than 20 games, and that was very early in the season. And we kind of looked at that like, oh, okay, all right.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that prediction anymore, dude. We're already at 19. But that 50 win mark, we're definitely going to hit that. So, but anyway, like I said, losses happen, right? Can't get upset about it. Now, if it was flip flopped and they would have lost to the Cavs, I would have been pissed because you're not supposed to lose to that team. And arguably, if they would have lost to the Cavs by some fluke, this would have been a 2-game losing streak, and that would have been.
Or they would have came out hair on fire, pissed off that they lost last night.
Maybe,
but not an OT loss. That's what it was, man. It was the OT. Like, look down here at this Cavs Blazers score. Does that look familiar?
Up.
Does that look familiar? Look right down underneath it. Come on, dude. It's like a 4.5 point difference between the gaps there. It's what happens when you go OT and then you have to play the very next day.
Without a doubt.
No worries.
So, anything stand out to you? I mean, we got to talk about the elephant in the room for me. I don't know if you want to address that right now or later.
Before we get to any elephants, let's just say we don't know where Coach is. We're hoping Coach gets on anytime. I don't know. I was texting with him earlier. I know he's doing some work in his studio and stuff. So we assume he'll be on here anytime. So, Coach, shout out, bruh. Get on here. And then shout out to everyone in the chat. Look, it's a loss, right? Like, nobody's excited. You should see, like, I look at the Suns Jam session, like the views that they get after a loss compared to a W. Same for us. Shit is like cut in half. So shout out to everybody who's watching this, liking this, sending this out to a friend, just being here in the chat with us, because not a lot of people want to show up after a loss, and we're here because we're real Suns fans. And we're here for the long haul, man. Win or lose, we're always here for you guys after these games. So shout out to Roy, Metal Mike, Iverson Vlogs, Burner Account, the basketball and football guy, Arturo Ibarra, a.k.a. Burner Account. I don't know why you're back to your real name, but we appreciate you in here, man. And Angels Army and Anthony Estrella, Grim Ripa, what's up, man? Congrats to you guys, the Blazers. They had a nice win tonight against the Cavs. AZ Suns Cards. That's it. That's all the people in here because, man. Oh, and Kenny Perry. Oh, Shamil Kasim. So, no, Roy says Gabe looks depressed. Not necessarily depressed, man. I got my black coffee. Kiz is in the house. What up, Kiz? What do you think tonight, Kiz? What'd you think of the game tonight? What do you think of this loss? Are you upset? We're both not upset. It is what it is.
You got the highlights?
I was just gonna pull those up. Are you too depressed to watch them?
I'm not depressed. Shit. If anybody was going to be salty, it'd be me. So if I'm not salty, then you don't need to worry about it,
it's
right,
true,
Chad?
man. I think if there's anything to be salty, it's just I don't really like the way the Hawks were celebrating.
I mean,
like
They're playing the number one team in the NBA, right? And they stomped them.
It's like
That's bragging rights.
Take it easy, fellas. All right. Clearly, we're tired as shit, and you guys are out here fucking shucking and jiving, breakdancing, billy bouncing on the fucking sidelines for alley oops and shit. Like, you can see that we don't have our wind, where our legs are fucking dead. Like, if there's anything to be salty, it was really pretty much just that for me.
Nah, you know how it is in the NBA. You take wins when you take them. You don't question how they come, especially if it's a good team, man. Like, if I was the Hawks, fuck yeah, I'd celebrate. I don't care if you're on a back-to-back. We slapped you, you know? You're the number one team. You're the hunted one, and we beat you soundly. So that's something to hang their hat on.
Okay, but I mean,
they're trying to go for the number 4 seed. They want that confidence, you know?
Whatever.
So do you think Trae Young's more controlled than he was last year? Or?
I've always been pretty high on Trae Young. Always been high on him.
I've never really been a fan, dude. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah. Just his game's a little bit chaotic for me. I think he feels like he's Steph Curry a little bit too much, jacking up, like I said, like 40 footers a lot. I think he's playing a lot more controlled basketball is all I got to say about him.
I mean, I see him as just a young Steph Curry, honestly. I mean, I know people think that's
Steph Curry.
Yeah,
what's his 3-point shooting percentage to make those claims?
It's probably not. I mean, we can look into it if we really want to, but obviously it's not as good as his, but I just see a lot of similarities in their game. I mean, he had 12 assists tonight, and he's always a good passer. Like, he's not just some guy who jacks it up from half court. Although I will say he didn't look great tonight jacking them up, did he? A couple of air balls.
No. I'd have to look. I'm not a stats guy like Coach, so shout out to him wherever he is. Anyway, I mean, they're pretty well-rounded team.
Coach is probably on his own podcast that he started without us because we always interrupt him and make him listen to that Suns are number one song. What were we gonna say?
Nah, what do you think about their team's chances in the playoffs?
The Hawks?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I mean, come on, dude.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, okay, what do I think? Like, just
project it out. You know, yeah.
Hypothetically, they're in an unfortunate situation to play in a conference with the Nets and the Bucks and the Sixers, and they are not going to beat any of those three teams.
Yeah, so where do you – I mean, they bounced in the first round, second. Where do you see them?
Depends on their matchup, right?
4-5 right now against the Knicks.
Ooh, these guys versus the Knicks. That's going to be literally. I would watch that.
Just for basketball series, right?
Yeah, just for basketball value. I'm watching that.
Who would you? I mean, if you're a betting man, who would you pick?
Can I be real? Can I be real?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just I don't want to speak out of recency bias, right? I don't want it to be like, well, we beat the Knicks and the Hawks, but the Knicks are a little young, and the Hawks feel like they're a little bit more mature, and I feel like they have a little bit more shooting. What do you guys think, Knicks and Hawks? Roy says Knicks are eating them alive.
So you just kind of used that thought process against yourself when you talked about how young they are, because supposedly the Suns are supposed to win the championship with a young team. Yeah, but like, so why is that different?
Because we have Chris Paul, the oldest man in the NBA, and we have Crowder.
I mean the Hawks don't have any veterans.
Not veterans that are carrying their team. Like, we've got a veteran who's an actual, honest to God MVP. Top 3 candidate right now. And we're going to get into that because I've got to go back over that with you. Elixity says Knicks. Romp says Knicks. Metal Mike says Knicks and 6.
I picked the Knicks too.
Okay, that's fair.
Honestly, because I think they'll have home court. And I think I think it'd probably go 7 games, maybe 6.
Look at these alley oops, though. I mean,
So I have a question. Like, why can't we do that?
it's not Chris Paul's fault because we all know about Lob City.
Like, that shit is
We all
unguardable.
know about Lob City. You know,
Is it because they play faster paced, or
it
trying to
might
figure it
not.
out.
It might not be Monty's offense. And who's to argue with Monty's offense? Monty's offense is spectacular, but maybe alley oops just aren't a big part of it. What do you guys think?
It's frustrating seeing Clint Capella play offense because I'm like, damn, that'd be nice if Ayton could do that shit.
Sometimes Ayton does, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes Ayton does. I bet you Capella don't do it every game, right? If he did, he'd be more talked about.
Well, I remember him doing that last game we played him. It's their offense. Remember that Lob City offense with Chris Paul?
Yeah, I was just talking about it. You idiot.
Sorry, I kind of
It's all good. It's all good.
tone you out when you talk. You know what I'm saying?
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
It's a natural reaction. So
Don't blame you at all.
yeah, I mean it is what it is, man. Ayton
These
just
jams started to get out of hand. Ayton what?
Ayton just having a stalwart night of 7 and 8.
Yeah, 7 and 8. And do you know what he had at halftime, bruh?
What do you have? 7 and 8?
No, that would be hilarious.
Hey, what do they call him? A generational player? That's generational stats right
your
there.
Generational talent.
Bro, every time he puts up numbers like this, generational stats.
Do you know
baby.
what he had at half, or are you truly guessing?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I have no
guess
idea.
what he had at halftime. He finished the game. Now, granted, he didn't get to play the entire end of the game, right? Because it was out of hand. And he, just scrapes his nuts on Sarik's back of his neck. What do you guess Ayton had at halftime without looking?
I have no fucking idea, dude.
7 points, 5 rebounds. So in the second half, he accumulated 3 rebounds. That was it. Now, I want to go into specifics about Ayton as to what one reason why I think he doesn't score. And I want to ask you and the chat, our loyal Suns fans who are here on the night of a loss. What's up, Matthew Gillespie? I want to know, do you notice how great DA – this is a two-part question. First part's very easy to answer. Do you notice how great DA is at getting offensive rebounds and getting us reset, like getting the ball back to CP3, getting the ball to Book or whoever's on the wing? Do you see how he does that so often? Kind of like Tyson Chandler used to do with the tip backs, but he does it with like grabbing the rebound and kicking it out.
Mm-hmm.
You see how isn't he amazing at that?
It stood out a lot tonight, but
Tonight it did, yeah.
What's strange is he was snagging those offensive rebounds and he finished sub double digits. How does that happen?
So my question is, am I the only one who feels like I would like for him? This would be I would love to know what Darth thinks of this. Am I the only one that thinks that DA should at least half of the time, Salt, snag that rebound and then throw his hip into them and do a post move and try to score? Or should I just be happy that he's kicking it back out to CP3 to start the offense?
I don't know, man. That's up to him, though. Like, he would have to actually do that, right?
Yes. I'm just saying, like, it's appreciated. I like it, DA. I love when you do that. It's awesome. But maybe take that ball and try to score because you're dominant. You're better than them. You're the first round pick, the first overall pick, and you have every right to those shots. You're entitled to those shots. Am I crazy?
I mean, if it's there, don't force
It's
shit.
there. It's there. He's choosing, okay, I got this rebound. Now give it to them because I don't want to go back up with it. Why not just some of the time try to go back up with it? He's freaking great at going back up with it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's really good at putbacks. I think that would be like 4 more attempts per game for him. Romp says, I don't think Ayton knows he's 7 foot.
That's a good point.
Full agreement.
I think that's why in 2K he picks to play as a guard. You know, I think he
Good point.
believes that's what he is. He wants the sauce. He wants to be the sauce boss and do all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I don't mind if he wants to be soft about it. Get that rebound, square up, and do your mid-range. You've got a fantastic mid-range. You don't seem to want to score at all lately.
It's just weird. I'll never get used to this, man. I can't. Like, I see, because we saw when he was on, man. He was doing all the stuff that you want him to do, right? Engaged. He would put the putbacks back in if he was in a time period where he's in that engaged Ayton mode. But it's literally like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And it's like that for a month or weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we're going to have like a couple of good weeks of Ayton. And you're like, oh, he's definitely turned the corner. And then the 2 weeks of suckage come around, or 3.
You know what it is, man? He plays so good for an extended period of time that I personally don't want to be the asshole that's raining on everyone's parade saying, yeah, but he's probably going to start sucking in like a week. Even though that is what's going to happen, I don't want to be the guy saying that when he's going through a phase of just destroying the league the way he should.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be the guy who's like, yeah, but can we trust this? People are going to hate me. People hate you. Everyone hates you.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding.
But I don't know.
What are you noshing on over there?
Oh, you can hear that? It's called cough drops. I'm on here sick.
Is that a
For
cough?
you guys.
Sound like you're eating some Chex Mix, bro. Be careful on your molars. You don't have to crack it open like that.
Nah, it's a cough drop. I'm here. I'm committed to the Valley Nation. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate it, man.
Unlike Coach. Just kidding.
Just kidding, Coach. R.I.P. Coach. If you're dead laying in a ditch somewhere, man, we love you and we miss you, bro. It won't be the same.
Can we talk about that elephant yet, or are you still babying him?
I thought the elephant was Ayton.
Fuck no.
Oh, you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, you see, you purposely just.
I'm on your side. You win,
bro. It's your favorite child. It's your favorite child. I understand. You try to protect them at all costs.
You win.
I get it, bro.
You were right. You noticed this slump like 2 weeks ahead of me. I thought you were just being salty.
No, dude.
But you're right. He's in it. I'm gonna
be brutally honest. Okay, this is brutal. Cam Johnson going through the sophomore slumps. That's fine. This shit happens. Shooters go through this. But man, is it fucking brutal. And man, he wasn't even bringing it on the other end. He was getting cooked on defense, okay? I was watching him specifically, so he wasn't even bringing it on that end of the court. And honestly, there's people that will actually make 3-point shots. So if you feel like you have the need, let's figure out how many people took more shots than Cam Johnson. We had Booker with 20, Paul with 11, DeAndre Ayton took 4 field goals, and Bridges took 9. Okay. So Cam Johnson took more shots than majority of the team, and he was laying enough bricks to build Trump's wall when he was back in, office. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy was just laying them down. Ridiculous. Just not even close to be making shots. And honestly, if you have someone like that, it's just a detriment to the team. Okay. If you're a 3-point shooter and you're bricking like that, that is just not good, man. It's just, that's what he's in there for. And the stats prove it, where when Cam Johnson hits a certain amount of threes a game, I think our record is crazy, but he's struggling. He's on the struggle bus. And my God, if he's doing this in the playoffs and he comes out with a 1-for-9 shooting night and we lose the game, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Okay.
Yeah. If Coach really is dead, we're going to hell. Please don't be dead, Coach. We need you. No, but you're exactly right, bro. You're exactly right. Like, what good is a 3-point shooter who literally can't make a shot? He looks like a 2K right now. He looks like a 2K player who's a sharpshooter who you haven't put any VC into, right?
And you don't get the new shot meter down for the new season, you know?
And he doesn't have his boosts, doesn't have his Gatorade boosts. Hasn't put any. He's like a 60 overall prototype sharpshooter. He looks terrible. Something is just wrong with his shot.
I don't understand how you go from last year shooting like above 40 to this year just ridiculously off, dude.
I said this a couple games ago, and I'm starting to think there might be something really to it. Do you think that he needs to put his mask back on? Like, no cap.
Well, the guys over at the jam.
Go ahead.
No, the guys over the Jam Session podcast, was it Sun's Jam Session? They were talking about, I was listening to them, and they say that Cam wears a shirt, right? Doesn't he? It's weird, right? He's one of the few
they were
people that
saying
wears
they
a
think
shirt.
it's his T-shirt. I don't believe in that. I heard them.
You don't think so? You don't think it?
I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. But no, because if it affected his shot, Cam would take his T-shirt off. He's been shooting with a T-shirt forever, like a short sleeve underneath his jersey. That's just what he likes. Like, that's
Another
just
thing
what you do. That's what you do. Like, you go to the gym and you're hooping and you've got a long sleeve on. You start missing a couple shots. It's an easy way to blame it. You know, you take it off. It's a shirt. I can't shoot with these sleeves. He would take it off.
Another thing I can ask you, right? You know how you hit the gym because you're new in the league and you want to build up some muscle?
Yeah.
Do you think potentially he's hitting the gym and it's kind of changing his muscle structure? And do you think that would have any effect on his shot?
Okay, so I have an argument for that and an argument against it. The argument for that is he's shooting the ball wicked hot, right? Like, it's hitting the back of the rim and boinging back to like the 3-point line. Like, his shots all look long, right? Feels like maybe he's a little bit stronger than he used to be and is getting used to it. But the reason why I would be inclined to think that that's not happening is like these professional trainers and coaches know what they're doing. And if they're helping him to get stronger, they know when and how to have him shooting in the, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to if you work out and shoot and work out and shoot and work out and shoot, you actually don't lose your rhythm shooting. But if you go get big and then come back to shooting and you haven't been doing them at the same time, that's when it becomes difficult to shoot. If that makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
I would think that these trainers know how to keep him from losing his shot just because he's working out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a simple slump, but it's been a while now that he's been shooting really, really bad. So
Bad.
Like 1 for 6, 1 for 7, 0 for 6. Like, crazy.
Hey, man, and every time we call out a player for being in a slump, they get out of it. I don't think it has anything literally to do with us. I'm just pointing that out. Every time we've called someone out for
bullied to greatness.
Remember we bullied Booker back into greatness? You know, he was crying, you know, holding his pillows at night. Why is the Valley podcast saying I'm in a slump? I better get better. And it happened immediately. Same thing with Ayton to an extent. Same thing with McHale. We were just calling out McHale. So hopefully we have some sort of backwards luck and this helps him get out of it because it is hard to watch such a great shooter look like he lost his talent. Dario's a little bit back. We bullied Dario.
Is he though? He almost had a DMP tonight.
Yeah, that was weird. Romp says 3 points for Craig. Shut up, Romp.
Yeah,
Craig.
Dario Saric is back with a juicy 0 points. 8 minutes tonight.
Romp, I'm wearing the hoodie of shame. Like, what do you want from me? You got to bring Craig up. What did you think of Craig's game tonight? I think he looked tired.
Craig?
I think he specifically was one of the guys that looked really tired tonight.
Bro, I didn't even notice him on the court. He was so invisible.
He's done so much for me personally already that I just give him a pass. He's on the pass
He was
list.
minus 30. My God. The top negative on the team, dude. God.
That's rough. He just looked tired, man. He just looked dead. He didn't have any legs.
Devin Booker just nonchalantly throws up 30 points. He does.
Yeah.
We don't recognize how great this dude is, like as a
He's
scorer.
in bubble mode, baby. Bubble book.
And his
Bubble
field goal
book.
percentage was good too. 11 for 20, over 50%.
Bubble book, baby.
Very efficient.
So it's good to have him in, in the swing of things, getting ready for the playoffs. We can blame Romp. He did make a great video about the Suns. Everybody go check that out. We watched a little bit of it, right?
Yeah, we linked it and stuff.
Yeah,
Go check it out. It's good shit.
Hashtag cancel Romp.
Cancel wrong. Mikhail put up 18.
Burner, I didn't say bubble butt book. I said bubble book, baby.
Bubble butt book.
No.
What the fuck?
No.
That's what he meant.
Right. Sorry, did you want me to pull something up?
Let's see. Where do you want to go next? I mean, we got standings, we got scores, current scores right now. The Nuggets are just smacking up the Knicks. You know, the overrated Nuggets that you said that were going to get bounced out of the first round.
I never said they were going to get bounced, you son of a bitch.
We need to go check the tape. I'm pretty sure you were close to that.
Never. Oh,
It wasn't verbatim. You were just pretty much like, oh, Murray's out. Well, cross them off my list. They're cooked.
Knicks are probably on the second game of a back-to-back. Come on. It's got to be some reason.
Jokic is putting up 32, 12, and 6 like it's nothing. Bucks barely beat the Wizards. Russell Westbrook is putting up triple doubles like it's going out of style again. Spurs got smacked up like we talked about. 124-93, crazy. Jordan Clarkson went off for 30 points. Jesus. Celtics beat the Magics. We don't care about that. Trailblazers won.
Congrats, boys. Congrats. Blazers uprise.
When Kevin Love's your leading scorer on the Cavs, you know you're about to get your ass blown out.
Right?
He had 18 points, and that was the max for them. They got beat by 30-plus points.
I went into Blazers uprise the second their podcast started tonight, and I was like, y'all are welcome for us beating them up for you last night. It's like when you can't get a jar open and you've been sitting there just working at it, and then you hand it to somebody and they just pop it off. That's what we did for them for the Cavs.
We loosened their cheeks up, you know what I'm saying?
Clap them cheeks. The cheeks were just, spreading apart on their own.
Can we? You want to share my screen real quick?
Yes, sir.
So you said that you know who made this, right? This poster right here.
I didn't know. It just looks like it. It looks like something that Clutch Points would make.
Anyway, we need to figure out who actually made this so we can give them credit. But this is probably one of the sickest Suns fan artwork I've seen, right?
Absolutely. I was really hoping we could make it say "Welcome to the Valley Podcast" because that would be dope. At the bottom of that Phoenix Suns. That's why I wanted to know who made it so I could ask their permission. You know,
bro. Why? All right, I have some issues with this picture. Campaign's not in here. I mean, who would you take out to put Campaign in there?
Aiton.
You're like this guy.
I'm just kidding. That's
Campaign right here. Like Frank Kaminsky's in here. Like what?
Frank belongs.
This guy doesn't belong. Put Campaign right there.
Take Dario out for him, and so you want Campaign in there?
No Craig in there.
Yeah, take Saric out for Craig,
and Payne for
and
Kaminsky.
just let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I don't know why Cam. I don't know why Cam in the.
Why is he in the middle,
front and center?
Like he's Thanos. Like he's fucking. Yeah,
that should be book.
Robert Downey Jr. over there.
Aiton should have a caption that says, "Please don't pass me the ball."
You ready for me to go 7 and 8?
Javon should be in there. Oh, Iverson says Jalen Smith should be in there. Jalen Smith should be
right here. He just should be taking up 2 people right here.
He should be right here, and it's just
Jalen Smith right here.
Going, did I do that?
No, what they should do is Jalen Smith here, Jalen Smith here, Jalen Smith here. It's like all of them Jalen Smith with this right here.
I do like the Chris Paul's in the middle, though. That is dope. So I have something I wanted to show you guys. Shout out to Coach. If you're laying in a ditch somewhere, text me. Got my phone on. I'll send help. Nothing yet. Just hope he's still alive. Burner says, should Sarver be Thanos? Oh, God. With his shirt off and then a gauntlet. Somebody make that. So, Salty, you remember when I showed you that video of Brandon Marshall and Nick Wright talking about the Suns, clowning the Suns, all of this and that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I saw something very interesting today, and I would like to revisit our argument. And the other day I said something that I'd like to recant. I said that Jokic is my number 1 on the list for MVP.
Okay.
My new number 1 on the list is CP3. Are you shocked?
Say what?
Are you shocked? So it's hard to describe. So I'm just going to let Nick Wright do it. The guy who was laughing at us, keep in mind, in the last video we showed, is now, well, you'll see.
To Chris Paul, has anybody taken a deep breath? Does everybody realize I grew up when Phoenix was good? That feels like the 80s, the 70s. I said it, I think Joey and I have been saying this. I would vote Chris Paul number 2 or 1, MVP. I'm interested in your perspective on this. You are a diehard NBA fanatic. How do you view Chris Paul?
Chris Paul should be the 2021 NBA MVP. And it is not a Lifetime Achievement Award, but it is his lifetime of achievement that validates what has happened this season. As a rookie, he gets to New Orleans. They win 20 more games than they won the previous year. He leaves, they lose 25 more games than they lost his last year there. He gets to the Clippers, they immediately get to round 2 of the playoffs. He leaves, and despite having Blake Griffin still on the team, they're a 500 team. He gets to the Rockets. They immediately win 65 games, have the best record in the NBA, and are up 3-2 on the KD Steph Clay Warriors before he hurts his hamstring. He gets to the Thunder. They are trying to be bad. They want to tank.
It's true.
Tell me that's not a great fucking point. He
Well,
goes to the Thunder.
Go ahead.
Like, I'm just gonna say, like, the Rockets traded him to the Thunder, and it was kind of like, here you go. We're gonna send you off somewhere to die. And I don't think that the Thunder had any plans to win last year. What were we gonna say?
No, we talked about this before. I mean, I brought these stats up a long time ago. Chris Paul, just look at the winning percentages before and after. Everything that guy brought up is exactly what I was talking about before and after Chris Paul. And that's why he's just as much of a game changer as LeBron. I mean, LeBron gets all the praise because he did these super teams and won championships and went to the finals a certain amount of straight years. But and Chris Paul really hasn't been to the finals yet. But Chris Paul has that same impact where he goes to a team and their winning percentage skyrockets. I mean, arguably they should have beat the Golden State Warriors. And
They were going to.
Yeah.
It was over. And it was all Chris Paul. Bro, James Harden was pulling his regular postseason shenanigans of disappearing in the playoffs. Disappeared. Couldn't be bothered to score. CP3 is like, check this out. You guys think that Chris Paul. He's like, you guys think that Steph Curry is a great shooter? Watch me do step backs and shimmy in his face. It was amazing, dude. I could not believe that was the moment that I changed my opinion on Chris Paul because I hated him until that point. I don't know if you felt that way, but I
didn't hate him. I liked him.
I hated him, and you did like him. He earned my respect with those wicked 3-pointers that made no sense. It was like he was out Steph Currying Steph Curry, and I didn't think he had that in him. He goes on.
He's too good. They make the playoffs and get to Game 7. He gets to Phoenix, a Phoenix team that was 26-39 last year before the bubble. A Phoenix team that was just hoping he would get them over the hump into the playoffs. The change for them is they got rid of Oubre and Rubio, added Chris Paul. Ayton's still there, Booker's still there, and their numbers are the same as last year. And they have the best record in the NBA. If it is about affecting winning, Chris Paul has been more valuable this year than any player in basketball. Joker has unbelievable numbers. And he has the highest PER in the last 6 years. We've just given it to the guy with the highest PER. That's not the award. Steph's been amazing. He's leading the league in scoring. There's an award for that. It's called Scoring Champ. Chris Paul has been the most valuable player in basketball. And I don't know how deniable that is given what the Suns had been the entire time Booker was there, including last season, and the fact that as we sit here today, they have the best record in the NBA. And let me add one other small thing to this, Colin. It's going to look really bad for the league if Joker wins the award and they have to give it to him in a conference room instead of on a basketball court because the Nuggets have been eliminated from the playoffs before it is announced. That happened to them once before. They will be signing up for it to happen again.
So he's saying that they're not going to get out of the first round. I know you take issue with that shit.
That's a hot take.
It's almost
That's a hot
over.
take.
It's almost over.
So I think Chris Paul's the MVP. I don't think he's going to win it, but I think he should.
Yeah. I agree completely, man.
But so you agree? You change your mind?
No, but Joker is just as valuable, man. You take him off the Nuggets, what are they?
Okay, you take him off the Nuggets now that they've lost Jamal Murray. Yeah.
No.
But if they still had Jamal Murray,
if Jamal Murray was that big of an impact, they would have fell off, which they didn't.
I agree.
So who's the glue guy? Joker.
I agree. Joker is the shit. I agree.
You take him off the Nuggets, man, they ain't a playoff team.
Yes, they are.
I don't even think they're a playoff team with Jamal Murray, to be honest.
That's a hot take.
So I think he's just as valuable, and just what they're doing without Murray, I think that solidifies his MVP because they'll finish, top 3.
Romp says Jokic is MVP coming from Embiid's biggest fan. I mean, you look where the Suns were, and what were we supposed to be, bro? Like, let's bubble aside, okay? Bubble aside, because no one really cares about the bubble. What do we call the Lakers championship, Salt?
Mickey Mouse champs.
Okay, because nobody wanted to be there. So I'm starting to take our bubble run a little bit less seriously because we did want to be there. So winning those 8 games doesn't mean as much now to me now that I've seen us win, like, what did we win this year? Like, haven't we won like a 13-game win streak or some shit? Like, that 8-game win streak doesn't mean anything. That whole bubble run really doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't know, man. You look at where we were like 29 and 36 or something. And we were so bad we had to win every game of the bubble just to get in, and we still couldn't get in. So you take a team like that, all you added was Chris Paul. That's it. Did we get any bigs? Do we even use our first round pick? No. You add Chris Paul, you go from can't get in, even with a remarkable 8-game win streak, you still can't get in. You're not good enough.
Yeah.
You add Chris Paul, you're the best in the NBA. The best. Better than Joker makes the Nuggets.
So I think from just an outside perspective, the feat of taking a perennial loser like the Phoenix Suns and getting them in the playoffs, not alone just that, take him to be one of the best teams.
The best team.
That alone should get him the MVP. But like I said, it's just the definition of MVP. I don't know. These sports writers got to define it, So they're not going to – I mean, Joker's going to win it. Chris Paul should, but doesn't matter really because Steve Nash won MVPs. We didn't win the championship, and I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hanging Steve Nash's MVPs up as a fan and saying that's a consolation prize. I'd rather have an NBA championship,
I agree.
So if he doesn't win it, who cares, man? You got to keep your eyes on the prize. If we won a championship, I could give a shit less who wins the MVP. And I think Joker was quoted as much, like they were asking him what he thought about the situation. He doesn't really give a shit. He just wants to win, I
mean, he says that, but watch him act all some type of way if he loses.
I don't think he'd give a fuck, to be honest. He's not like Shaq. He's an unselfish player. You see it in his game.
God, you love him too much.
I don't love him too much.
You love him. He's just so unselfish. He's just
he is. Look at his fucking stats.
But nobody says that about Russell Westbrook.
He won the MVP.
I know. What Russell Westbrook won an MVP?
Didn't he?
You might be right.
That one year he went off.
His first year for triple doubles when they were all surprised
when
by
he
it.
went the fuck off. Yeah, I think he has an MVP.
Charles, I'm checking the Discord for the love of God. Well,
you're like, for the love of God. Oh,
none of these are what's his face, James Charles, are they?
Yeah, it's only the lower half. So.
How many picks of these are James Charles?
How many of these are dudes?
One of them's Dave. Roy really wants to clap James Charles. I just want to put that out there. Burner said, no wonder Salty doesn't show himself, probably wearing a Joker jersey. That's it. It has nothing to do with not wanting to be on camera. He just cannot take his Joker jersey off.
Just a room full of Joker shit everywhere.
Coach in the chat. What happened, Coach? Text
Or is that Coach? Because it might be
Right?
a fake account, you know?
Charles says, Gabe, did you think those butts are hot? Be honest. I'm gonna be honest.
What kind of a trap question,
They
dude?
don't look right.
No, they look photoshopped, bro.
There's something weird about them.
They look like a pair of it looks like I don't know, it looks like a Barbie leg or something like that. It looks weird.
Yeah.
Like it's detachable or something.
Charles and his T-girls, man. I'm telling you.
He's trying to get you caught up, dude.
Not gonna work. Oh boy. All right. So here are once again, let's take a look at the end of the scores. Knicks took the L. Spurs took the fattest of L's. None of this really matters now because we gave up that game to Utah. Grizzlies get a W. Let's take a look at the standings. Coach, get in here, bro. Where are you? We're lost without you.
Memphis.
Charles won't stop sending pics of T-girls.
So with the top 4 teams have locked up playoff position. I don't know if Denver had that X before today. I don't know.
They did. They did.
Wait, so the Clippers are the 3rd seed now?
4. They're in the 4th seat right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. I for some reason I had the Clipper. I loaded the page. It was wrong. So Utah won. Right now the matchup would be against Memphis. More than likely Golden State would probably slot into that. So it'd be Utah Golden State matchup. Phoenix Suns Portland matchup, man. That'd be good for the podcast, right?
That'd be the best, dude. I would love it. I don't really want to see Dame time at all, but I would love to get to talk with the Blazers guys every night. That shit's dream scenario.
Denver Nuggets versus the Lakers. That'd be a crazy matchup.
Who do you think wins that?
I mean, an unhealthy Lakers team will pick the Nuggets. My boy Joker, the MVP of the league, the true MVP.
Oh, God. I mean, we need some sort of cut to like take away your son's card. But for now, I'm going to just hit you with this.
Stay off the weed.
Because it's CP3, my guy. I just explained to you why CP3 is the MVP. I don't want to hear it anymore.
You said Joker? Is that what you said?
Shut up, Stephen Priestley Jr. Should change your icon to Stephen Priestley's face. Because that's who I think I'm talking
I changed my hat to a just fucking Nuggets hat. Change it to blue. Put a Joker jersey on, baby. All right. And then you got the 4-5 matchup of Dallas and the Clippers. Clippers would clap the Mavericks. I think,
know,
right?
and I'm hoping we get to be the one to clap their cheeks.
Be entertaining. I mean, kinda. So from those matchups, let's go. Let's see. 1-8 Golden State versus Utah. Who do you got? How many games?
Utah versus Golden State?
Yeah.
Jazz in 5.
Okay. I would say Jazz in 5 as well. Yep. Phoenix versus Portland.
Suns in 6. Is that disrespectful?
I was gonna say that too, fool.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first this time. Nuggets versus LA. Now this is a big what if, okay? Because if LA is like hurt or they're kind of hobbling in there, this is I don't know. I think I would go Denver and 7.
Denver and 7 over the Lakers.
Lakers because they have home court. Got to go to the Mile High.
I say honestly, bro. I say Denver's Denver
the Denvers.
Denver in 6.
6. That's fine.
And so Eric Branson here, he says not disrespectful. I am not trying to be disrespectful. This is coming from what I've learned from you guys about y'all's defense and the fact that your defense is basically set up because of Stotts and only Stotts. It's set up in a way that's made for the Suns to feast off of. But I still give you guys 2 games.
I think Dame himself can win 1 game. He's that good. So, what about LA and Dallas? What do you got?
Clippers in 6.
I was gonna say that too, you fool. I should have went first.
Pretty much exactly on. Except I just think that the Nuggets would make easier work of the Lakers. I don't know that the Lakers take them to 7.
You don't think so? I think they're
hurting right now. They're really hurting.
I think they're the defending champions. They don't go out like, schmucks. I don't, but if they somehow get healthy and get on a roll, who knows, man? So,
yeah,
interesting, man. The playing game is going to be interesting, and then the Suns' schedule. We have the rest of the schedule to bring up real quick. You got the Knicks next, right? Knicks coming off a smacking.
Oh shit! We got to see the Knicks again.
Yep, at home.
Are we looking at the 2 seed?
I'm telling you,
are we looking at the 2 seed?
I think that 1 seed's out of the picture now, bro.
Damn it!
I pretty much said that the Suns needed to go undefeated in the rest of the games, and that's just not gonna happen. It wasn't gonna happen. At this point, if they're slotted in that 2 seed and you're kind of locked in there, and it gets towards the end of the year, kind of rest up players, get kind of, I think that's what they're gonna do. I think it's just gonna fold that way, because if you look at the standings right now, let's see. Denver is 3 wins back from us, right? And 3 losses. So that's a pretty good cushion with how many games left? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 games up with 6 games left, my guy. And he's not even in here. He likes to bounce out. I'm talking to myself.
I had a wicked sneeze, bro. I just sneezed so hard. My allergies.
So we're 3 games up for the 2 seed with 6 games left. So what I'm saying is that's a good cushion, and you could potentially rest players down the stretch if you're not going anywhere as the 2 seed.
Yes, if we know that we're getting the 2 seed and we're not getting the 1, as coach here says that we can get the 1.
Mm-hmm.
If we know that it's probably a 2, I'm down. I am down to rest.
I just think
Chris
that
Paul rest.
I don't know, man. Utah, if they stumble and fumble, that's fine. I mean, we could still beat the teams that we have remaining. We could clap the Lakers. We can beat the Knicks. We can beat the Warriors. We could beat the Blazers. We could win out potentially if we felt like it. But I'm just saying, if that 1 seed looks out of reach, kind of slot in that 2 seed and go about your business, man.
Burner says, should we rest Sticks?
Rest him up for his complete games in the playoffs, his MVP.
If it gets to the point where we know we're only getting the 2, then there's no point in trying to be stylish and get as many wins inside the 2 seed. Just play Sticks. I say start Sticks, man.
Start Sticks, Tyshawn Alexander. Who else would be up in there? Fucking Sir Langston. And then Gabe just bounces out again, dude. He loves to do this, man. I'm talking
allergic
to myself.
reaction, bro. I'm having some allergy issues.
Bro, you never heard of turn your camera off, hit that mute button, dude?
Well, I get how do I do that?
There's a mute button down there. Turn your camera off. Little red icon down there.
I'll give you. I got a red icon right here, bro.
So anyway, that's my prediction. Suns finish with the 2nd seed. Whoever they play, they will win their first round matchup. And then is how it pans out for the second round. What would you be looking at? So the 1-8 plays the winner of what?
How do we find that? I'm gonna look up the playoff bracket.
I mean, it's typical, right? Like the number 1 seed would play the lowest.
Yeah, I'm just
gonna
not
play the
sure.
second lowest. Chat, let us know because we got 1-8. The 1-8 matchups. If the Jazz won, then they would win the winner of what is it? The fucking I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. Is this right?
Eric says 1-8 plays 4-5. That's what I thought it was, dude. That's what I thought it was. So 1-8 Utah Jazz would play the winner of the 4-5. So I'm predicting Jazz win. They're going to play the Clippers after that, and then we would play. And you just took the thing away.
I got something for you, baby boy.
What?
Something you're gonna like.
There you go. Can you slot people in there or what? Or no?
I could slot something. What now?
Now I can't even see the
I
teams
wish.
though, dude.
Yeah, there's no teams here, but just I'll pull it up on my phone here. Okay. So 1-8, we go versus the 4-5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the 4-5 is Clippers, Mavs.
Clippers, Mavs. Wait, who plays them? That's the Utah Jazz, right?
Oh yeah, they're gonna be the one. I'm thinking we're gonna be the
motherfucker.
I'm thinking we're gonna be the one.
You motherfucker. All right, so they would play the winner of that.
Okay, so that's them. So then we get the winner of 3-6, which is Denver Nuggets, LA Lakers.
Oh, baby. So you're looking at a fucking Denver Nugget second round or Los
so you
Angeles?
win either way. Either the Suns win or your favorite team, the Nuggets, wins.
I guess it's a win-win scenario for me. And then Western Conference Finals
is going to be either Nuggets, Suns versus probably Clippers.
Dude, I just think it's a destination Clippers,
Jazz.
Suns. Clippers, Suns, Western Conference Finals, and that's going to be a fucking nightmare, dude.
You're right. We're going to have to scratch and claw for every possession in that series.
You better pray to the basketball fucking gods that someone upsets the Clippers in one of those rounds, 1 or 2, because they're a matchup nightmare for the Suns. And that would suck.
Super Mario Hoops, what's up, bro? He says there's a strong chance Lakers are going to end up in the 7th seed, to be honest. It's very possible, too. I mean, I don't know how long LeBron's going to be out again, but
honestly, if they
65% healthy.
Honestly, if they end up in the 7th seed, they might get bounced to the 8th seed in the play-in tournament, dude.
True. That would be the ultimate.
If they get bounced to the 8th seed, they might lose shit.
Iverson said, "Oh, so Shervin makes a good point. He says Luka is the Clippers killer. That's true.
Is he?
Yes. Okay. And they're saying Dallas in 7. Okay, this would be the best falling of chips possible for the Suns. They get to avoid the Clippers because somehow Luka, fat boy, flops his way into the next round. And we get to play him. And we match up with the Mavericks as good as we match up against anyone, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That'd
be perfect.
That's how you get to the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
That's our road, bro. And I do think there is a road. I don't think that we're likeliest to get there, but I know there is a pathway to the finals for the Suns. And there's a pathway to winning the finals. That's called the Nets get bounced by the Bucks or something like that. And we get to play those easy ass 76ers. Just kidding, Romp. I was just seeing if you're still
LeBron might get his wish, dude. They fall to the 7th seed. Loser plays the winner of the 9-10 and they get bounced out. Could you imagine that shit?
Oh, Eric says no, Jazz would get Mavs, not Suns. Damn.
Well, that was a waste of like how many minutes that we went on that. No, I was just kidding.
Right? No, it's good. I've been meaning to take a look at that and see how that plays out. But we're gonna have to wait, 6 more games. We're gonna find out really soon. It's like literally less than 2 weeks of basketball play.
I'm praying that the Lakers keep losing. They get the 7th seed. They do a play-in game, and then the Golden State Warriors clap them.
Clap their cheeks.
Yep. Steph goes off for like 80.
So here we go. I see the Clippers clapping their cheeks. I see Portland clapping their cheeks. I see us clapping their cheeks.
I could see Golden State.
I could definitely see New York clapping their cheeks. Houston, no. Indiana could clap their cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Zion could clap their cheeks. That's a lot of clappable cheek games, bro.
I think the NBA wins if the Lakers lose. You know what I'm saying? So
they're not going to see it that way. The refs are going to do whatever they have to.
Get them the fuck out of here, dude.
Roy, whose cheeks we going to clap? That's the question, bro. We're just standing there like Spice Adams behind the tree looking for cheeks to clap. We just better fucking hope it ain't the Lakers falling. Right as LeBron gets healthy and AD gets healthy.
Bro.
Dude.
Nightmare.
I was just going to say.
Could you imagine? That would be typical
nightmare.
Arizona sports. I don't want to go down that depression avenue, dude.
Just like we always used to run into the Spurs in the playoffs, and they would clap our cheeks.
They're like, hey, you like this dream season you're having? It'd be a shame if
I came up behind you
fucking
and
destroyed it and bounced you out of the first round.
Hey,
it'd be a shame.
Pretty cool you guys were first and you beat the Jazz 3 times out of 3 games. Be a shame if I got healthy and the refs carried us past you in the first round. Romp says, I can't wait till Embiid has 30 free throws against the Suns in the finals. Honestly, if we went up against the 76ers in the finals, that'd be amazing, but that'd be Ayton's worst nightmare. Getting his cheeks clapped every night.
What's the worst that could happen? He can go off for 7 and 8 like he always does. I mean, can you go down from there?
Aiden's going to be back on top in a week, and everyone's going to be calling you a bitch.
He's going for 10 and 10, hitting his apex. His double-double.
Ralph Rodriguez, what's up, man? He says, F the Lakers, let's man up and beat their asses. God, I would love nothing more than to get the Lakers and defeat them in the playoffs. LeBron. How long has LeBron been an absolute nightmare for our organization? I think back to when you remember when he fouled Jason Richardson? Jason Richardson shouldn't have done that stupid ass 360 dunk. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I was at that game, I believe.
You were there?
Wasn't it a home game?
I think so. I'm going to pull that up.
Because I remember being at a game where LeBron did that. I was in the upper deck.
You were there.
On the left side.
Here it is. Of course, it's like got all these views. His shit was a foul. That's the point. Okay? So, long story short, it was a foul. And what did they do? Just what they'll do to us in the playoffs. If LeBron comes down the court and gets a block, but it's a foul, they'll let it slide.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All right. I got it here. Some old horse shit.
I swear to God I was at that game because I knew it was a 360 you try to do, dude. All right, pause it real quick. I'll tell you where I was. I see where this hoop is. I was on, let's see, the right side of the hoop up into the bleachers. So if you're looking
all the way
onto
at the
court,
tippy top,
no, not over there. The other side.
over here,
No, other side.
over here, or all the way up in here.
No,
Okay,
no, back
left side.
in the corner because I remember watching that. That shit was crazy. Back when the arenas were filled to the brim, it looks fucking crazy.
Dude, I know.
It looks like an alien world. It's like, what is this, a playoff game? No, that was a regular season game.
Okay, so they're gonna probably show us a different angle of it.
Mm-hmm.
But on everything I fucking believe, this shit was a foul. Remember those ugly ass mustard Cavs jerseys? Show us the replay. What is this? Look at LeBron. They don't call fouls on me, bro. They don't call fouls on me. Look at this. Shouldn't have been doing it. All wrists. See, LeBron gets a different all wrist.
It's part of the ball for LeBron.
Yep. Bron gets an extra hit box. All right.
Gets blocked on a
NBA refs. I gotta try to pause it on there. Damn it. NBA reffing at its best.
slap. Yep.
Come on, dog. Come on.
That's all ball right there, dude. What are you talking about?
Yep. Carson Dunn. See, Carson, you probably don't even remember this because you're a Blazers fan. And look, I want to say this probably happens to every team that LeBron isn't playing on. So it's not just us that the refs hate.
Mm.
I do believe that the refs hate other teams, but they hate us.
Oh, that was peak.
Hate us.
That was peak Sarver time, dude, where he was like in the stands with a foam finger, and the fucking league hated his ass like crazy. But they're not gonna give us a call with him as the owner, dude. Shit.
Any other fun former clips we need to pull up you can think of?
Nah. It's a good episode though. I mean, on a loss, we had a great turnout, man. We got the Blazers nation up in here, man. Always cheering for you guys to win until we play you. Then we're cheering for that juicy L.
Definitely.
And go Joker for MVP. That's all I got to say.
Shout out to Coach. If that was the real coach in the chat, we don't know.
Seemed kind of sketch, dude.
I know, right?
I feel like someone made a burner account and just
started acting like Coach, right?
He didn't say shit about not showing up to the podcast.
I know. What the hell, Coach?
Like, what's up, guys? I love the podcast. Like, what? Who is this?
I know,
shit?
right? I still haven't gotten a text back from him. Man, everybody, pray for Coach. He's probably been abducted. And
Let's get 25 likes. How about that?
That sounds good. That sounds good, man.
You want to lead it out with, a little something.
I mean, we might as well. No coach here to get upset about it.
Okay, all right.
Fast forward to the lyrics, though. The lyrics are what pop.
I'm not gonna fast forward to shit.
Oh, he wants the intro. Roy says call Coach on speaker.
It's 2021.
The Phoenix Suns are number one.
This song has such a embarrassing quality when we're not number one.
We're number 2 now.
And still trying to hold on to the one couple of days that we were number one.
I wasn't reading the lyrics at all in this rap.
That's so funny. You were reading the lyrics?
Yeah, dude, what else am I gonna do? I'm not a rapper.
Rob said we need to make a music video for this.
Could you imagine that shit? Let's fast forward to Coach's lyrics, all right?
Get to the part about the Brazilian blur. I just heard it.
We get back the All right. That's enough. That's all you're gonna get.
So I'm gonna call Coach. I'm gonna FaceTime him.
FaceTime him.
FaceTime him first.
FaceTime the burner account.
All right, here we go.
Where the fuck are you?
Let's see. Come on, Coach. Oh, come on, Coach. Unavailable. Unavailable. Oh, he's calling back. Yo. Coachy boy.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Not much. Just finished everything. You guys did good.
We're not done. You're on air, bro.
No, I'm not.
You're on air, bro.
You can't patch me in.
No, I'm just holding the phone up.
What's
Damn,
up?
you could have had him on blast. Shit.
I know, right? Get him to say stuff. No. They wanted me to call you in the chat. They were saying call you on the phone.
Man,
You all right?
I just finally sat down and was done since early this morning, but y'all did good. Y'all represented.
We're worried about you, man, because it's not like you. You're always here.
I know, but a couple things are going to get shipped early, so I had to get some shit done.
It's all good, dude. Not tripping.
Yeah.
We love you, man. Just want to make sure you're not laying under a ditch somewhere getting violated.
No, unfortunately, no.
And I had to prove to everyone that you weren't in my basement. All right, bro.
Right?
Well, we'll see you in a couple days, man. Just text me if you need me.
All right, bye.
Later, bro. Well, he's alive, folks. He is alive. Why is it so awkward, Salt? He's painting his room. He's painting his office and stuff. But I expected him to be on. I didn't think he wasn't going to not show up.
He's like, starts talking, and you're like, "Yay! By the way, you're on." He's like, "No way! You didn't patch me in to the Matrix."
Right? Romp said he's got load management tonight. Exactly.
Load management. Got to save him for the playoffs.
Oh shit. Oh man. All right. Well, shitty L. Can't win them all. Salt, where can they find you, man?
Hopefully not in a gutter, man. But you can find me making the remix to the Phoenix Suns are number 1, dude.
Yes.
That song's actually called Courtside. Spelled SYDE.
Charles says, call Suns Geek. I can't call Geek, bro. Geek's too big time. Like
This isn't. What's that YouTube called? The Chain Yankers or whatever, where they prank call everybody. That's
Crank Yankers.
Crank Yankers.
I can't call Geek, man. He's too famous, dude. Like, you don't just call famous people. It's like, I'm lucky he even let me have his phone number for my phone. I'm lucky he didn't give me a fake number. So I can't abuse it. I start calling Geek during the middle of the cast. He's going to delete me and get, Burner says, Gabe doesn't call Geek. He's right there.
You call his number. It's like, this number has been blocked.
Right? I can't get blocked by Geek. Roy says, call the Suns jam session.
Call in.
Oh, shit. All right, man. You guys can follow Salt at Saltiest AZ Fair. You can follow me at Gabe Von Carter. We appreciate you guys coming out on the loss, celebrating this L that we took like champs. We'll be back in a couple of nights, and I hope that I'm able to say that Suns win. Suns win.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Barkley, 24. Yes.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
22.5. Book on the crossover. Gets inside and hammers it down.